Hey guys, David with Churchly here, and thanks for joining me today on this quick video. I have some exciting things to share with you. I have 4 new features inside the Churchly Builder. Some of these are widgets and features that you're going to find useful in building your marketing funnels and web pages here inside Churchly, helping you communicate more clearly, more effectively, and hopefully the goal is here to reach more people for Jesus and minister the gospel. So let's do it. We're going to start with number 4 and work our way up to the number 1 most anticipated feature in Churchly. So you can watch through the whole video to get to that, but I think you're going to love the other 3 just as much. So let's do this. Let's jump in and let's start taking a look. Here we go. Okay, so we're here in the builder. We're going to, you see I've got kind of a test page set up. There's no other content than this hero image that we've got a menu and a bar. So we've got some new features. First feature is called a progress bar. This progress bar is great for your funnels. We're going to drag it. Well, we need to create a block. Let's add a block. We'll do an empty block. So we have an empty block created with 1 column. We'll go to our widgets, drag our progress bar down, and bam, we have a progress bar. Let's change the color to match our button, which is a blue. We can leave it animated. We can turn it off. We can change the height to make it larger. I would never do anything quite so big, but who knows, maybe you like it that large. Let's do like 30. 30 is decent. And then you can do the progress percentage. It can be very low. It can be 0. It can be 100. That goes all the way across. You can change the background color. This is the background color, so it's kind of a light gray, which is nice. Or you could go into your blue like you've got and maybe make it darker. Less saturated or less opaque, change the opacity. So that's the progress bar. This is great for marketing funnels that you've created. Say you have a plan your visit page and you want people to see that they're on step 1 and maybe there's 3 steps. So you could say 33, I'm doing the height. Let's go to percentage. Let's say you're at 33% for step 1 and step 2 is you would set the bar to 66%. And the final step would be 100% complete. This gives people a sense of progress. They're making progress. That feels them, they're accomplishing something, gives them a sense of accomplishment. So progress bars are great for that. Another advanced feature of progress bar, let's save it. An advanced feature is this. I'll show you. Let's open this in a new tab. And I'm going to move it down so you can see. If you add at the end, so this is preview only, but if I took away this preview, now this is the actual page, this is the URL. So if I go / progress equals, and let's say 20 is the percentage, and I refresh the page, my bar will dynamically be at 20%. If I said progress 50, my bar will be at 50%. So if you were having someone fill something out on Facebook and you were redirecting them to a page on your Churchly site that, let them know thank you, or you wanted to show some progress, this was a next step, you could add this to any link. And if you have a progress bar on that page, that progress bar will automatically jump to this percent that you have selected. Let's say it's 90. Bam, it's at 90. So that's just kind of a neat advanced feature. Okay, let's move on. That was number 4. Number 3. I love number 3. We're going to add a new content block and make it empty just so we can start with an empty space. This one is pretty stinking cool. It's called image captions. Now you don't see it as a widget, but we'll pull in an image. And just like before, we'll add an image. Let's select this one for, say, I don't know, a night of worship. So have a night of worship. Let's stretch if needed, so that it fills the whole area. And then let's make it a little larger and add an additional empty block here so we have some space to move. Let's make this image a little bit bigger. We could even shrink the size this way. Now we'll go back to the image, edit image, add image description. Now watch. Bam. Super cool. Okay. Now, by default, it's overlapping the image, and you can change the style of it. You can have it at the bottom or at the top. I like it at the bottom. You can change the text color. You can change the font to match your font that you've got for your site. You can change the size of the caption. You can change the shadow, have a shadow or not have a shadow. I like shadows. I think they add separation and depth and visual interest. Another option is to say we don't want it to overlap the image. We want it to show when we hover over it with a mouse, which is kind of neat. If you click out, you can see when you hover over, the box appears. Now you have some styling options here too. You can say at the bottom, you can say at the middle, you can say at the top, or one of my favorites here is full size. Covers the whole image. Now, maybe you want to see some image through that. You can go to background color and just change the opacity down. And now you can see the image through a bit. So maybe you want to make it the site color, drop the opacity a little bit, and then let's make the text color white so we can see it. Bam. Make the heading bigger if you wanted. Make the font bigger if you wanted. Here's the heading text. You could say, my cool heading, or night of worship. Let's do that. Let's do something real. Enjoy a night in the presence. Let's spell it right. Of the Lord. Okay. You can also add a call to action, which looks like this, call to action. We can edit the title of it though. We obviously don't want to say call to action. We'll say RSVP maybe. And then you could add a link to the form. It could be a pop-up in a form that you've created, or an additional page, or maybe you have a page with more information. You could do that. Overlay is for the image itself. You could add an overlay color to the pop-up. This is what it would look like. Whenever you hover over it, adds that overlay around this border. So that's only when you hover. So let's save it. We'll preview it. This is what it looks like live. Hover over. Ooh, what's this? Oh, RSVP. Awesome. This would link you to that page where you can RSVP. So this is image descriptions. There are lots of options here. You can actually do this one too. Leave over image. It would always be there, which is kind of cool. Or you can change the styling and say always at the bottom. I like that. Now you can always see that. So the only thing that interacts when you hover over is the button itself, the call to action. So this is really great for like card style layouts, or you have multiple events on an events page. You could use these. These are great call to actions. Anything. It can be an event. It can be a sermon series. It could be a small group signups. A great image that compels people to want to take action. A great heading and description, and then a button if you want. You don't have to use a button, but buttons are great because that's what people take action with. Buttons. So they're very important. Okay, that's image captions. If you have questions, email me, david@churchly.com. Happy to help. Third cool thing here, and you guys have anticipated this and asked for, it's called an accordion. Let's drop it in, and bam, we have an accordion section. These are great for displaying maybe frequently asked questions about someone attending your, well, they're planning to attend your church, so you're going to answer their questions, and instead of overwhelming them with loads of content on a page, we're going to put it in an accordion so they don't see it all at once. But they will see a title, which you can edit the title of each one of these. This could be, where do I park? And then you could change this text to anything you wanted. Right up front. Turn on your flashers when you arrive. You can even add a call to action here that would match the same one on the image. The button text, this is where you would change it. Plan your visit here. Spelling today. There. Plan your visit here. Add a link. Take them to your plan your visit page. You could style this, change that button color to match your site, and size, and spacing, all this kind of stuff. Okay, tab styling. Well, let's jump in here to back here real quick. We'll get to styling in a second. You can add as many of these accordions as you want. So you're not limited to 3. You can add as many as you'd like. You can also rearrange them just by dragging and dropping here. And then let's jump into styling. Style number 4 is our default. Let's look at number 1. It's pretty nice. Got pluses and minuses. Style number 2, got arrows. Style number 3, you've got basically just the title and then what would appear as the background here for your accordion. You can change all sorts of styling here. Content background color, which is here. You can see that's changing. I like to keep this stuff kind of subtle, the light gray, or basically just shy of white. I like that. It's very subtle and clean. Maybe you don't like that. I love it. Header background color, you could make them blue to match your site and change the color of the font to white so it pops, and change that font, make it a little bigger. So lots of options for styling. You can do all sorts of great things. I like maybe leave it white, and we'll change our color back to some sort of dark gray or black. Okay, well, that's that. That is accordions. Now, drum roll please, the #1 most anticipated feature in Churchly. It's here, and you may have it's been on the page the whole time we've been doing this video, so maybe you've already seen it and you've been like, I see it, yes, I can't wait to use it. Maybe you haven't. I'm really excited about it. Let me point it out to you if you haven't noticed. It is the undo and redo feature. In the past, you've had to, if you made a mistake and you dropped an image where it wasn't supposed to be, or you've changed a color and you're like, oops, you did something that you want to undo. You would have to just click discard, which means it would undo every change you have made since the last time you hit save. No worries anymore. If you make a mistake, simply hit undo. Undo. And you will see the changes undo right before your eyes, one at a time. There is no limit to how many things you can undo and redo. You can actually, if you went backwards too far, you go forward again and change, go back to what you took away. You can add it back. So undo, redo. The only things you need to keep in mind is if you have saved your change and saved the changes, you can still undo. You can still go backwards because there is no page refresh happening. We just save the changes. But if you discard the change, see there's a page refresh that happens. Whenever you do that, you lose the undo history. So it's no longer possible to go backwards because there was a page refresh when you discarded changes. So it refreshes the history. So do keep that in mind. If you've saved it, you can go back. If you discard, you can't. You're basically saying throw all these away when you hit discard. If saving, you get to keep them. So that is undo, redo. That's not real complicated. You use undo, redo every day already. You can even use shortcuts still with Churchly, like Command Z or Control Z to go backwards if you're already used to using those. So that's a great way to go forward and backward. Man, those are the changes. I'm excited about all of them. I hope you like what you saw. I hope they help you design beautiful landing pages and marketing funnels and websites inside of Churchly maybe easier, more beautifully. They just give you more powerful tools to create beautiful designs. When people see them, they see clear and concise content and they are excited to read it, take action upon it, and then make your job easier and hopefully compel people to take action. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, email me, david@churchly.com. I will personally jump in and help you. Excited to do it. Honored to be able to serve you in your church. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes today. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.